Welcome, deep divers. Today we're sort of peeling back the curtain on the very exclusive world of independent watchmaking, specifically for you.
Hmm.
We're diving into the legacy of a real master known for incredible skill but also discretion, Svend Andersen.
A name that serious collectors definitely know.
Absolutely. I mean, his story starts back in the 60s and 70s. He was repairing these legendary Louis Cottier Worldtimers,
Yeah.
for the big names, Gübelin, Patek Philippe.
Right, the original complex Worldtime systems.
Exactly. And then 45 years ago, he takes the leap and founds his own atelier.
Yeah, quite a journey. And our mission today really is to explore how Andersen Genève became such a specialist in these Worldtime watches.
And how they elevated the whole craft. We'll be looking closely at the Communication 45, their 45th anniversary piece.
We want to unpack the craftsmanship, this surprising history behind this really iconic complication.
Okay, let's get into that legacy. So Svend Andersen, Danish-born, moves to Switzerland, finds his calling there. And that early work restoring those Louis Cottier Worldtimers at Gübelin and Patek, that seems absolutely foundational.
It really was.
Yeah.
You can see how that hands-on experience dealing with the intricacies of Cottier's system directly shaped his own ideas later on.
Like, what specific things do you think stuck with him? Technical challenges? Design ideas?
Well, I think it gave him an intimate understanding of both the potential and the limitations. He wasn't just fixing them, he was dissecting them, learning them inside out.
And then he becomes a founding member of the AHCI.
Right, the Académie Horlogère des Créateurs Indépendants. That really put him on the map within the independent scene. A crucial step.
So when he starts his own brand, 1980, it's almost inevitable he'd focus on Worldtimers.
It became his clear niche, his specialization. He saw an opportunity to refine it, to put his own stamp on it.
And he certainly did. I mean, late 80s, he develops his own Worldtime module. Ultra thin, just 0.9 millimeters thick.
Think about that. That's thinner than a credit card. For a mechanical complication like that, it's pretty amazing engineering. It really is.
Then came his first Worldtimer, the Communication 24, back in 1990. Sold on subscription, gold cases.
And those very distinctive hinged lugs by the late Jean-Pierre Hagman, very characteristic of that early independent spirit.
Yeah, and that wasn't a one-off. He kept going. The ultra-thin Mundus in 94.
Right, pushing the thinness even further. And then the Celestial Voyager series, which ran right up until this year, 2024.
So it's this constant thread, this dedication to the Worldtimer complication.
Absolutely. Refining it, evolving it, making it undeniably Andersen Genève.
Which brings us neatly to the Communication 45, the culmination, you could say.
Exactly. It's the 10th exclusive Worldtimer series since that first one in 1990, celebrating 45 years of the brand and 35 years of his Worldtimers.
So what makes this one special beyond the anniversary?
Well, it's how it connects that heritage with continuing innovation. The case is yellow gold, quite compact at 38 millimeters and only 8.97 millimeters high, not counting the crystal.
Very wearable dimensions.
Very. But here's the kicker. The cases are still made by Marco Paluzzi, a longtime collaborator, 83 years old.
Wow.
And he makes them traditionally. No CNC machines involved, pure hand craftsmanship.
That's incredible. For you, listening, who might be used to modern watches, what does that actually mean? A hand-finished case versus CNC?
It means subtlety, nuance. You get these soft transitions, reflections, a certain warmth, a character that you just don't get from a machine-perfect finish. It feels different.
I see. And the design details?
You've got these interesting lugs. They sort of mix the teardrop style from early models with these sculpted cowhorn shapes, plus the classic Cottier-style crowns. It nods to the history.
Okay, but the dial. You mentioned artistry.
Oh, the dial is really something else. It's made from 21-karat blue gold.
Blue gold?
Yeah, it's Andersen's signature material. Gold, alloyed with iron, then heat-treated very precisely to create this stable blue oxidation layer. But for this watch, they achieved a new shade. No, a kind of cognac color. It requires incredibly precise control in the kiln. It's almost like alchemy, playing with heat and metal chemistry.
That sounds difficult to get consistent.
Extremely. It's a volatile process.
Yeah.
Getting that exact warm cognac shade reliably. That's mastery. And then there's the texture.
The guilloche.
Yes, this beautiful wave-like tapisserie pattern, done by hand, of course. But the map, that's a whole new technique for them.
How does that work?
They machine a very shallow recess, just 0.2 millimeter deep, in the shape of the continent.
Okay.
Then they fill that void with a liquid lacquer containing pure, unalloyed gold particles. When it sets, it's perfectly smooth, flush with the rest of the dial.
So the map isn't painted on, it's literally inlaid with gold lacquer.
Exactly. A tiny, shimmering gold continent set into the cognac blue gold. It's incredibly intricate, a real testament to hand skills.
Wow. And the city ring.
That circular brush with a cream lacquer fill for the city names. Very legible, classic Worldtimer layout.
And the movement driving all this.
It starts with a vintage base caliber from A. Child SA Automatic. They fully restore it, redecorate it beautifully.
Right.
And then they fit it with their latest generation in-house Worldtime module, which is still based directly on Svend Andersen's original super thin design from the 80s.
The direct lineage.
Absolutely. And the rotor is also made from that cognac blue gold with matching guilloche. Ties it all together.
And it's exclusive, you mentioned.
Very. It's being released in 3 series of just 15 pieces each. One with a map of Europe, one Asia, one the Americas.
15 of each, that's it.
That's it. Price is CHF, $49,800 before taxes. Delivery expected early 2026. So it's a serious piece for serious selectors.
So wrapping this up, what does this Communication 45 tell us? For you, the listener.
I think it perfectly shows Svend Andersen's lifelong focus on the Worldtimer. It brings together that deep history, these incredible craft techniques, the handmade case, the blue gold, that gold inlaid map with modern precision.
It's like a direct line from his earliest work to today.
Exactly. It really makes you think, doesn't it? What does it mean for one person, one small workshop, to keep this specific craft, this level of innovation, alive for decades?
Especially now in an age of mass production, digital, everything.
Right. What can we learn about the value of deep expertise, of patience, of just sticking to your vision? That's something to ponder, I think, far beyond just watches.